Mr. Edwards, I don't want you to be diplomatic. The major qualification for this job, you've got all the written qualifications of legal background and staff work and working in the intelligence community, but the real qualification for this job is backbone, is the willingness and, in fact, the relishing taking a position that is contrary to that of the people who hired you. And give me some reassurance, because as Senator Rubio pointed out at the beginning, the odd thing about these jobs that we're talking about here is you're going to work for a secret agency. Nobody else is watching other than this committee and its comparable committee in the House. In other words, the public doesn't, there's no newspaper that reports that can know what's going on within the NRO, that knows about the contracts, how they're structured. So it's doubly important, it seems to me, because of the secret nature of the agency, and that makes your job doubly important because very few other people are looking. Reassure me that you're willing to bite the hand that appointed you.
Senator, thank you for that question. I know this is a difficult job. My job has always been difficult as an attorney, where I've been responsible for advising the clients of what the law, regulation, and policy states, particularly when you're trying to advance mission.
Do you recall a time when, as an attorney, you told your governmental clients you can't do that because the law doesn't allow it?
Senator, I have no problems with saying no. I think a lot of our attorneys, clients get upset with them because they constantly say no because the law, regulation, and policy requires them to do so, particularly in the areas that I'm expert in. If we're talking ethics or fiscal law, there's often times where I have to say to my clients, we can't do that. If confirmed, I have no problems as the IG doing the exact same thing of following the law, being tough but fair in the investigations, the audits, and the evaluations that I do, because that's what this job requires. That's what the American people expect of me, is making sure that, again, I'm providing oversight for things that they cannot see always.
Exactly. I think that's very important, and I'm heartened to hear your response. We haven't talked much in this hearing about whistleblowers. Part of the IG's responsibility is the kind of oversight and management of the whistleblower process. It's interesting. I learned some time ago the first whistleblower law in the U.S. preceded the Constitution. It was in 1788. The Continental Congress passed the first whistleblower law, and it's sort of anomalous for the government to pay people to differ with its own activities. So can you commit to this committee that you will have a fair, open, and reasonable process for dealing with whistleblowers and not in any way try to suppress information that might come forward?
Senator, yes, I will absolutely commit to that. Whistleblowers are essential to this process and to oversight. We must make sure, and if I confirm, I will make sure that all of the processes in my office to educate them, to open and welcome them, to report any concerns that they have are effective, confidential, and frees them from any chances of reprisal.
I appreciate that. And earlier in the hearing, you mentioned, I think in response to Senator Heinrich's question, when in doubt, come to this committee. We're cleared. We can hear. It's not a question of violating national security, but this committee, we have a very deep interest and involvement with the intelligence community. And as I say, if there are questions, this committee can, I think, be of assistance. Finally, as I think about the IG job, it's really an odd position, because the moment you're confirmed, you effectively become adversarial to the people who appointed you. And that's a very anomalous kind of situation, but I think it's the essence of the job. And that's why it's so important. I think the IGs are among the most important jobs in our entire governmental structure. And the IGs, as I've mentioned, of the national security agencies, the intelligence community, are especially important because of the secret nature of those agency. So I congratulate you on your appointment. I look forward to working with you, and remember, your job is to occasionally say no.